Hello guys and welcome back. This is Mr. Siege. Now, I completely forgot about putting this video up, to be honest with you. So, I actually took 3 rallies from Fire Camp. Now, this was just a bit of fun, to be honest with you. Now, we weren't doing anything. One guy was getting rallied and we TP'd just to sort of help him out. We got him out of the way. He was actually AFK and he would have been zeroed. But we managed to use counter-offensive and make his city disappear back to zone 4. And I just sort of stayed there, just thought, well, you know, maybe I could take a few rallies here. And that is exactly what I did. And obviously it wasn't just me getting rallied, it was also Fishcake who was next to me. And yeah, I was sort of just like left it. I thought, you know, people aren't going to be interested in this. But then a friend actually messaged me on Discord today and said, oh, you know, wouldn't it be amazing if you actually got rallied this KVK? And I was like, I actually did. I actually took 3 rallies. And obviously using my Babur and Cordoba as my garrison commanders, as you can see. I have got tertio formation. In fact, it is really, really good. And you wouldn't think that a siege garrison could actually do half decent in terms of taking a rally. Now, this was the first rally, and it was William Wallace with Tariq. I know nothing, it's not a crazy rally, okay, it's not meta, but the last rally I'm going to show you is actually an Atilla Subutai rally. Now, again, I don't know what tech these guys have got on. I don't know anything about them. I don't know what gear they've got or anything like that. Now, all I know is mine is pretty trash, okay? I don't spend on crystal tech. I just invest in siege, but the new crystal tech does look good for maining a troop type. It looks fantastic, in fact. And you know, I'm actually looking forward to the new crystal tech changes, to be honest. I was contemplating in maxing Gorgo, and I thought, you know what, is it going to make that much difference? You know, I don't even have that many infantry troops. I've got no infantry gear anymore. Obviously, I did dismantle all that. I dismantled all my infantry gear, all my cavalry gear. You've probably seen in a past video. And yeah, so Big Java, my mate, says, look, you didn't get rallied. And I was like, yeah, I actually did. And so he was like, oh, you need to post a video. I was like, well, I don't think people will actually be bothered. They usually say like, oh, well, there were trash rallies anyway, and you know, siege isn't a good garrison at all. And generally, you know, it isn't. But that is what I use, and to be honest, it does bait a few people. I got swarmed a couple of times, and it did pay off. I actually got swarmed a couple of times in Kingsland, which I'll probably add into another video. I'm not actually going to do a video of its own on that one. You did see a message come through. So I did record this from my phone. I didn't have my laptop on me at the time. And I was kind of worried about this rally. You know, I worry about any rally on my city, to be honest. I'm a bit of a wuss when it comes to my city being hit. I don't want to get loads of deads because I generally can't afford to replenish those dead troops, to be honest with you. As you know, I'm a very low spender, and I don't have many speed ups. All the universals go into actually healing troops in KVK. So this rally wasn't looking great initially. Fishcake's getting rallied by Atilla Subutai next to me. And I did promise I'd stick some troops in his city because he stuck some troops in mine. So I did actually send some off mid-rally. I was kind of confident at this point. Babur's rage was pretty decent, keep gaining a decent amount and obviously popping off. And I could see that William Wallace wasn't doing that good a job. So I did get some troops out of the city just to give Fishcake a bit of a hand. Because at the end of the day, Atilla Subutai is the meta rally, I'd like to say. You know what, I'm not that clued up in rallies, but I would say, yeah, that's probably the best rally out now. You know, let me know if you agree. It's definitely not William Wallace Tariq, is it? And the second rally I actually took was a Liang Ashurbanipal rally. So, not too bad either. You know, it is a proper rally, let's say, you know, compared to this one. And as you can see, yeah, William Wallace, he has pretty much gone now. So we'll send him an emoji and say goodbye, and that's him done for. So then, we're not going to look at the report straight away, I'll show you in a minute, but then I'm going to keep reinforcing Fishcake City just so it actually beats that rally. So I do change, send a couple of troops, swapping them around, just to keep filling him up, keep him topped up there, because it's very, very close, that one. And you know, of course it's going to be. You know, Dido's not meta garrison. I mean, obviously neither is Baba, but she's doing well, of course. You know, like that rally RECKS, to be honest with you. Again, I've got no idea on tech, equipment and stuff for everybody else. You've seen what my Baba has got on, and you've seen we've got tertio formation. It's obviously a decent formation. For city garrison, you know, you probably ought to change a lot of those spare armaments like I did over to tertio if you do want to take the odd rally, or you can do some random TPs and you might get swarmed. I think it does give you a bit of a backup, and it does perform well. There's a lot of anti-swarm inscriptions on there. So as you can see, they died before I got a chance to actually attack them, which meant my war frenzy stayed off, and I wasn't going to take any more rallies. But then I decided to obviously stay to take some more rallies because I still had no war frenzy. I could always bubble. And here's a report. As you can see, you know, not amazing, but 104% KP ratio. They got 300k dead, so end of the day I see that as a winner. I can just heal my hospital. You know, I got 200 odd k in the hospital, just heal it up, and we're ready for the next rally, which is of course the Liang Ashurbanipal rally. Now this is a rally I was like really worried about coming in initially, but again I could bubble, and I've actually got a decent amount of troops in my city now. I've got some reinforcements from Desert Man and some of his farms, so a little bit extra in my city, which should help. And yeah, let's see how this does. Now, obviously, Liang and Ashurbanipal, they do slap. They've got a lot of skill damage there, and yeah, it hurts. As you can see, some pretty decent numbers going off. But this is Baba Cordoba. They're not designed to be in a garrison. Like, they don't do half of their skills really that they're supposed to. You know, they do fire the active skill, which is kind of lucky. Obviously, we've got someone TP in here to give me a bit of a hand, which I probably did need, to be honest with you. Yeah, but yeah, like they're not garrison commanders. So to see them doing this against actual rally commanders like Ashurbanipal, you know, they're some top commanders in the game, to be fair. And Liang, you know, he's still good at going, and yeah, he's lasted pretty well, to be honest. It's a good investment if you've got Liang, of course. That little bit of a swarm obviously does help me out in this occasion. Probably did need that, to be honest with you, and they cancelled the rally. So we'll take a look at this one. So appreciate that little swarm there. Not great, obviously not great at all. But we took no deads. Obviously, it says we did take deads. That was people that filled my city, of course. And as you can see, that it kind of did slap me. There's no doubt about it. It slapped me, and kind of as I expected. Now, the William Wallace and Tariq wasn't a proper rally, so this was bound to be better. But you know what? Got some rewards for it. It says rewards, but end of the day, you're getting gifted something because your city got wrecked, to be honest with you. So yeah, not amazing. But this is the Atilla Subutai rally. Again, this is worrying because obviously it's one of the best rallies in the game, or the best rally in the game. Again, I don't know what the guy's tech was like, and I'm presuming like not great. But then again, I don't know why you'd invest in Subutai if you're not going to sort of max tech for KVK, because end of the day you're going to be rallying, aren't you? If you're investing in a rally commander, I'd presume. I mean, I think that's all he's really good for. But in fact, we slapped this rally, and I don't really know how. I presume it's all tech related. Now, the good thing about Baba and Cordoba is we don't take counterattack and stuff the same way as normal marches do, and I don't know if that has an effect on this as a garrison. You know, it could be some hidden meta, but you know, it's not. It's really not. But yeah, there we go. We actually slapped that rally, which was absolutely crazy. This is the report, really decent. So there you go. And as you can see, fire is so as from Fishcake there. So guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you on the next one. This is Mr. Siege. Bye bye.